Hey, this is Dan,
Woody,
and Will,
and Kyle
from a band called Bastille, and we're taking over Pop Rocks, choosing some songs that we love. So the next song we're going to play is Song 2 by Blur, which is just a wonderful racket of a song. Blur, one of those bands that were around when we were kids, who we just grew up with. They were everywhere, and obviously Damon Albarn is a really interesting creative person who's done Gorillaz, and to have done this big sort of hip-hop pop thing alongside his kind of really influential indie band, which is pretty cool. Very British, and we love them. This is Song 2 by Blur. Hey, this is Dan,
Woody,
and Will,
and Kyle
from a band called Bastille, and we're taking over Pop Rocks, choosing some songs that we love.
The Cardigans' Love Fool is very special to me. Now, not a lot of people have our song with their best friend. I have two. My best friend Giles Carlane. We went on holiday when we were 10, 13. This is boring, no one cares. And yeah, this was our song, and it was lovely. And we went swimming. We went to a nudist beach, and I saw his sister naked, which was terrifying at 13. And that's what this reminds me of. But then we went on holiday again when we were 18, and it got updated to a song by Mary J. Blige, just called "I Love You," because we didn't want any confusion. We went straight for the
True bromance.
So those are our two songs. And this one is the Cardigans' Love Fool.
Hey, this is Woody,
Dan,
Will,
Kyle.
and we're from a band called Bastille.
right now.
Hear us take control of Pop Rocks and play our favourite songs from the mid-90s and 2000s.
Hey, this is Dan,
Woody,
Will,
Kyle
from Bastille, and we are in control of Pop Rocks, picking some of our favourite songs and bands to play.
Next song we're going to play is from a band that I was obsessed with growing up, especially the drummer, Jimmy Chamberlain, who still hasn't noticed me, ever. Why don't you love me, Jimmy?
You?
They've been
I
hanging
write
outside
every
his
day.
house.
Oh.
I ring him, don't call back, it's rude. But so we lucky enough to play at Lollapalooza Festival tour in South America at the start of 2015, and the Smashing Pumpkins were on the lineup as well. So getting to see them play from side to stage just blew my mind. And in Buenos Aires especially, I'm pretty sure I saw about 94 people die in the mosh pit. I've never seen a sea of people crashing into each other like it ever.
This is a positive thing though, right?
It's good, yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it's a big song. So especially during this song, so this is Bullet with Butterfly Wings by Smashing Pumpkins.
My name is Dan from Bastille, and me, alongside Woody, Will, Kyle, and also me, are selecting some of our favourite songs to play on Pop Rocks. Hey, this is Dan,
Woody,
Will,
Kyle
from Bastille, and we are in control of Pop Rocks, picking some of our favourite songs and bands to play. The next tune we're going to play is Crazy by Gnarls Barkley, just because it's an amazing song, and the vocals are brilliant. The production, I mean, when this came out, it sort of felt like it felt like a song from another era that just sort of unfurled itself into the world of pop and onto radio, and it was just completely omnipresent. I think it was bizarre. It was number one for about 4.5 years in the UK.
at least.
I know we're a small country, but it doesn't take much to get us excited. And Danger Mouse's production is amazing, and that first album was just incredible. I remember seeing them on their second record at a place called Bush Hall in London, which is literally 300-400 capacity venue.
It's also a place where Dan once stood on broken glass.
Oh yeah, that's true. I went through the crowd and climbed up onto a balcony and was trying to hang over the balcony, but accidentally knocked a drink out of someone's hand and it smashed. So I was sort of trying to sing the song Hold On for Dear Life and Not Fall Off, and apologise with my eyes to her. It was quite a lot to try and do. And then when I climbed back over the balcony, I got up and jumped back down on the other side, and she'd put the broken glass down, which I proceeded to land on foot first. Went up through my foot. Pretty painful. I dragged my foot back down the stairs and back through the crowd onto stage, and looked at the bottom of my Converse, and it had a big old cut in it and lots of blood coming out. We had to stop the gig, but we then bandaged up my foot, got back on stage,
Like a true pro, mate.
Hobbled through the last two songs. So that's a real tangent. Let's get back to this incredible song, Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. Hey, this is Dan
And Woody.
and Will,
and Kyle.
from Bastille, and we are offering a sneak peek into our own personal playlist right now on Pop Rocks.
Hey, I'm Woody from Bastille. The next song we're going to play is not a single, but one that I really like. It's called Sam's Town by The Killers. And the reason I like it so much is because it's about going to London, and I was listening to it when I first moved to London. So we are a London band, but I'm not from there. So every time I hear it, it makes me feel all misty-eyed and reminiscent about moving to London for the first time and how exciting it was.
I didn't know it was about that. Now I love it even more. And The Killers, what a band! They again, when we were teenagers, they were like this huge indie force from America who came and took over the UK. And I think on our first album or second album, we did a few shows supporting them. I remember one particularly in Belfast. Had some drinks with them afterwards. Pretty surreal.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really know what to do or
Some
say.
might say some of us had drinks at them, but it was, I'm sure they had a great time as well.
Yeah, that was a weird night. That was the night that all the Game of Thrones people came.
Oh, yeah.
So it was us, the Killers, and the whole cast of Game of Thrones in a really rainy, muddy field in Belfast.
Yeah.
Just average Saturday night.
I got an acting lesson off Alfie Allen.
No.
He told me my American accent was terrible.
Well, I don't think
I
it
had
needs
half
an
a mind
acting-
to make him play bass and tell him he was bad at that. 'cause it felt unfair because that's like literally his job.
his trade. Yeah.
So
I like that. We've all been telling you that for years, but I took a real actor to say
I
it.
know. I was heartbroken.
in all fairness, he was acting, mate. So it was pretend.
true.
Yeah. Your accent's perfect, baby. Don't you worry.
Thanks, dude.
So, so on that note, here is Sam's Town by the Killers.
Hey, we're Bastille, and right now, Pop Rocks is in our control. Hey, this is Dan
And Woody.
And Will.
And Kyle.
from Bastille, and we are offering a sneak peek into our own personal playlist right now on Pop Rocks.
The next song we're going to play is one of my favourite songs of all time by one of my favourite bands. It's Basket Case by Green Day. There were lots of songs we could have chosen, and people will be saying, oh, but you went for the big hit single from the 90s. But the reason is,
What's the reason, Will?
we did a cover of this, which was a little bit insane because we all grew up obsessed with Green Day for a TV programme called The Tick. And to make sure that we didn't just do a terrible pale simulacrum of the original, we got a string section and stuff and made it all orchestral. But theirs is still definitely
Theirs is way better.
way better than ours.
Will loves Green Day so much that we once played at a radio festival with them before them, and I watched Will stare up in awe as
He cried a bit.
slow tears just trickled down his face while he sort of
And then-
joyfully mouthed along to every word.
I was so embarrassed about the tears that I had to pogo them away. And they were flying everywhere. It was insane. So yeah, this is Basket Case by Green Day.
Woody.
Dan,
Will.
Kyle.
And we're from a band called Bastille.
right now,
Hear us take control of Pop Rocks and play our favourite songs from the mid-90s and 2000s.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Bastille. So the next song we're going to play for you is one of my favourite bands. I could list just all the songs of theirs that I'm obsessed with, but I like it was difficult. But I picked Buddy Holly.
That is your favourite. And it's also Kyle's ringtone, funnily
This
enough.
is the thing. So I've kept one of those like 90s phones with the polyphonic ring, like with the old school ringtone, because it's the nostalgia, and that's also what Weezer brings me. It's the wonderful nostalgia, like
for a time that you
growing
loved
up,
and
from a really important time in my life when I became me, and so and I think for all of us as well, Weezer was just such a us growing up and stuff.
a huge influence on Bastille.
Exactly. So
But
this
Kyle
song-
especially.
yeah, but me especially, yeah, as a person, and so this is Buddy Holly by Weezer.
My name is Dan from Bastille, and me, alongside Woody, Will, Kyle, and also me, are selecting some of our favourite songs to play on Pop Rocks. The next tune we're going to play is by REM. It's called End of the World as We Know It. And we just wanted to shamelessly plug our album called Doom Days, which is out now. And it's about a night out during the apocalypse. And also we love REM, and this is a great tune, and the video is awesome. So
I'll tell you what we could also plug is we've got a whole US tour starting in September, don't we, guys? Just go to bastillebastille.com and you can get all the tour dates.
yeah, and we're touring much like other bands have done, like REM before us,
Yes.
right? So this is End of the World by REM. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.